Hi everyone, I'm Homaira and you are welcome to Over the Edge podcast brought to you by SEG University. We're doing something absolutely new. What are we doing? We're doing the Gen Red Flag series, which is gonna be 3 parts, super interesting, and it's gonna be about relationships and spicy things about what we think and like basically for the Gen Zs out there, about the Gen Zs out there. So yeah, it's gonna be super interesting. I have my amazing co-host
Ika. Hi.
and we have an amazing guest.
Hi. My name is Amanda.
Nice to meet you. So we're gonna get deeper into this. Before that, let me tell you, Over the Edge podcast has gone through its own cultural mix of many things. Gen Red Flag series is definitely a new indulgence, I must say, but this is the interesting part. We're going to talk about relationships.
Yeah.
We are everywhere in Spotify, YouTube. We have our own Instagram. So make sure to check it out. Let's get into it. How do we start this?
I mean, generally, we just want to know, like, what your type of man, what type of man do you like, and then what do they require in your own, like, perspective.
Okay, have you ever been in love?
Yeah. Have you ever?
Have you ever been in love?
How many times?
How many times?
More than the fingers can count.
Okay, wow. Okay.
But honestly speaking, it's just like a puppy love. Those kind of love, it's like it stems on just like whereby you are seeing each other most of the time, which I would say like from school, outside of school, and basically when the thing is when you start to get older, you actually have less time for that. And when you have less time for that, you're actually looking for something more serious. And in this generation, there's a lot of people have commitment issues.
Commitment issues. I can relate to
I
that.
have commitment issues, honestly.
Yeah.
So like, do you think it's where do we draw the line where it's like, do you think it's important to have like a provider, boyfriend slash partner provider, or someone who's emotionally available, like
Provider, you mean by like financially stable?
yeah, like financially, like a financially stable partner or like an emotionally available partner?
Like your opinion towards that?
Yes.
I think being emotionally available is very, very important,
Yes.
because you can be financially giving out everything to her, but if you're not there for her emotionally, then there's no point. The whole point there is just a huge void. So money, yes, money people say can buy happiness, but other than that, like they cannot buy character. They cannot
Yes.
buy,
As in, you mean like quality time is
yes.
important to understand is. Yes, I agree to that. To be understood is to be loved.
I think you need both, because not just being emotionally available is one, but he needs to be financially responsible in a way.
Yes, correct.
So it's not really, I think by luck, if you find somebody that is financially stable is one, and also financially responsible is also another one. I think that's more on like a person's luck,
Yes.
rather than a priority to find in somebody.
True.
Yeah.
So, I personally think that both are important, but it always comes down to one thing, that is a personality. Like a person can be like not financially very out there, like, and I don't think I want to take this as a moment to say, like, I am a very self-made woman and I have my finances in order and everything, and I would definitely want a man who is financially, like, quite stable, so he can kind of make me feel like, oh, we are the equality part of the story. But to me, that's not as important as a personality, because at the end of the day, if the man doesn't have a personality, everything goes to because who even are you without a personality? Like, who even are you at the end of the day?
Yeah, that's
So it doesn't matter to me how much money you have. It does matter to a certain extent, but that's not the whole point. You know what I mean? Like, it's not the whole point. So he needs to have a freaking personality where he's like understanding and just like a good man, because I think that in today's generation is so rare, where you finally stumble across a man and he has a good personality. So rare, right?
Yeah,
Am I right?
I would say when you have like a green flag, you hold on to that green flag because you can't find that green flag anywhere.
Yes.
True. But these days, I think it's like, I have a question, okay? The thing is, do you guys like ever get confused between like an alpha male, like as in this alpha personality, with a personality that's more so performative? Like, how do you distinguish between these two? Because it's very, like, there's like a very thin line to this, because a man could be performing to be an alpha male, very, very simply. So how do you distinguish that?
I think how he carries himself.
Yeah,
When,
we get down to the personality, right? Like, yeah.
But yeah, we get down to the personality. If he's emotionally stable, he doesn't have to be loud.
Yeah, true.
He doesn't have to take up the space. He's very reassuring. He takes accountability. So he's just himself. And those, like you say, performative, they have to be loud. They have to take up the space. They want validation, right? And then when everything goes sideways, they tend to point fingers at other people. So alpha males, they are the loud ones, they are the quiet ones, the ones that are more stable.
Actually, like everyone would always say on the internet, on social media, they would always say like, oh, they would want to be together with a man that would, take your orders, for example, in a restaurant, where it's like, oh, like she doesn't have to decide what she wants, I would decide what she wants. And what do you think about that?
I think perhaps if she's willing to, like, he knows her order, if she's willing to let him order, it's fine. But sometimes I feel like it's based on him, whatever her preference is based on him, which is, it depends. Some girls are okay with it, some girls, they're like, no, let me order.
Yeah.
I would say like alpha males usually would be the ones that would want you to make the decision and the planning, because they want you to take charge in a way. They wouldn't want you to, okay, you sit down and I do everything. They would also want to know what you want.
Yeah,
Anyway,
yeah, true. And I think that's very attractive.
Yeah, that's very attractive.
attractive.
Like, a real man would want you to make the decisions for yourselves and also for the both of you.
And there is something so hot about that, because like when a man finally knows what he wants, he allows you to embody who you are, and that is so attractive. So it's like, like in a dating scale and in like the relationship phase, it's something that I consider to be very attractive, because he is not asking you to be somebody else. He is just telling you, be who you are, and I am being who I am. And it's just, the whole scenario kind of changes to something very dreamy. Yeah, it's very nice because you can be who you are.
Yeah.
So I love that because I feel like I have a very loud personality, like very loud. I'm very loud. Even while I'm talking right now, I'm just like so loud, and I'll actually take up space. So now imagine there is a man who is threatened by my personality, okay? Like because she's so loud and she's always speaking her mind. Now I can't take up with this. Insecure men, you can't do them. I can't do that. And this is something I can't do because that's insanely something I can't. It's just a non-negotiable for me is that I would not date an insecure man. I would rather not date than date someone who's insecure.
Yeah, basically like the ones that we mentioned earlier about those who have to take up space. They want people to validate them instead of the ones that are the quiet ones, where they're more stable, emotionally more mature. That's the ones that is, to me, those are the ones that are actually attractive.
Yes, like the emotionally intelligent men.
Yes.
I think they are more men rather than being boys. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like that's the sphere out there. So like that's how we distinguish between like, you know,
An alpha male.
yeah, an alpha male and
a
performative ones, because when something is real, I think we just see through it. You can't lie energy. It's something you can like feel. So what's your actual type when it comes to a man? Like, you know, like what is the ideal type of man out there for you?
He's definitely going to be taller than me though.
So you're talking
I was
about
already going there.
Physically, okay, the physical type, he's going to be taller than me.
Okay. 5 foot and
Trust fund, brown eyes.
like
Yeah.
5'10" and above, or
I would say not
Very
too tall.
interesting.
not too tall?
Not too tall too, not the same height as me, and definitely not shorter. Because I've dated someone who's same height. I just can't take him very seriously.
Mine it would be like 5'11".
I just can't take him very seriously. I just can't take him very seriously. No, I think height is attractive.
Yeah, it is
Yeah.
attractive.
I can say that I'm not all about looks, but honestly, a fit man is more towards the lifestyle rather than to something else, because I feel like he will inspire me to how do I put it, hit the gym, and like we're gonna do those things
You
together.
actually need a man to inspire you, though.
No,
But
but
should be on you.
But imagine the things that is, you are with a man, this man influences your daily life. So he better be a good influence. You know what I'm talking about? If he's not a good influence and he's not healthy, he will only ask you to be a lazy bum. I don't want my man to tell me, relax, baby girl, just sleep in. It's okay. I'm okay with that. No, I am not okay with that. So that's the bar where it's like I have to respect my man to the point where it's like I look up to him, because there is no relationship without respect. I have to look up to him.
Yeah.
Yes, correct.
And that means he has to be pretty much there, where it's like he's more, you know, like maybe he doesn't have to be more confident than I am, but he could be more calmer than I am, so he can actually contrast, you know, the whole personality, and there's like a little bit of switch here and there. So that's how I take it.
I see. Basically, someone who is a leader.
Someone who's leading.
Yeah, someone who's leading. You cannot. I do get you on that part, because it's similar as me too. Like I just can't stand seeing like all talk but no show.
Yeah, exactly.
Right?
Consistency.
Yes, right. That's the key word, consistency. At this age, dating era, it's like
Yes.
ghosting.
Yeah, ghosting, and there's
you ever been
situationships.
Yes.
No. But I have ghosted a lot of
There we
people.
go. There we go.
It's actually really bad, though.
Yeah, but that time, okay, so here's the thing. This is where we talk about attachment styles, okay? I used to be a very avoidant attachment style person. So every time somebody gives me that sort of like, it gets too real,
Yeah.
I'll just leave them because I'm like, this is getting too real, bro. Like, I can't do this because
Yeah.
I was this kind of person which I think I have developed over the time. That maturity does come naturally, but I was more so of this person who is like cannot hold the emotional availability sphere, where it's like if you're too emotional with me and you're sending me long messages and you're like so out there, I will be like so scared because bro, what the fuck's going on with you? Are you okay? Do I need to help? Like, it just gets me very overwhelmed.
And that's understandable actually, because I think most of us, we've been there too. And attachment styles varies, and basically avoidant is whereby when someone comes close to you and you're like, wait,
Stay away.
no, stay where you are. Yeah, but I think over time our attachment styles will actually evolve. Some of us will become mixed. We have mixed attachment styles. Some of us will become secure attachment.
Yes.
So for avoidant in this dating era is
Yeah,
through the roof.
Yes, it's
through
just
the roof. It's like you just show a bit of compassion or like empathy and suddenly blocked or
yeah,
ghosted.
yeah.
Like, what is that? It's like you can't even have basic conversation without being ghosted or seen.
So that is how it's like during.
It's insane actually, because like if I'm gonna talk about I have improved to this scene, and that's because story time.
Oh.
I met a guy last year, and this guy was an avoidant. Okay, so now finally the avoidant meets the avoidant, right? So it's like a whole lot of chaos because I am invested.
Pushing and pulling.
I am invested and I really like this person because he's like totally my type and stuff like that. And I'm just like out there, how do I, because now he starts doing the same that I do.
Oh no.
And I'm like, wait, it's like I'm meeting myself. So then I was so uncomfortable to sit with my own behavior. Like, it's calling me out in every way, and he's just doing everything that
You do.
I do. And I can't even blame him because guess what? I did the same thing to people. And I'm like, oh my god,
Did that
karma.
sort of like open your eye?
It did.
It did.
And that's why I do not
That's
blame
good.
him either, because it's like I see his behavior and patterns and I'm like, this is so me. This is something that I would do to someone, and I was like, I want to stop doing this. And then I was like, I actually worked on myself. Now I'm like a secure attachment style person. It's like it took me a lot of sitting in silence and a lot of like with my very
Just a lot of self-reflection.
it's a lot of self-reflection. You finally have to sit with yourself and be like, where am I going wrong? What am I doing wrong? And like our career perspective, like being in the media eyes, it's just like you can't open up to every person. So when it's like, because you can't really trust. Okay, so I also have trust issues. So you can't really trust everyone, so it becomes an issue. So people can't really blame you for being an avoidant either, because your childhood traumas and other things kind of shapes who you are as a person. And as a creative person, you have to be mad, and I'm kind of mad out there, like like the way my brain sometimes works and how I think certain things and everything. On a creative perspective, it looks amazing on me. So when people are actually validating my BS and like, oh my god, let Homaira be who she is, I'll just be who I am and nobody's gonna call me out on my behavior. So it's like very uncomfortable of a situation I went through with this guy, and I don't blame him. I don't blame myself either, because I finally understood what I was doing wrong. And this is something now I'm like, oh, personality is a huge thing, because now I understand. So
Yeah.
we kind of go through that growing up
That
phase.
phase.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's a phase. So I finally realized this kind of things, and attachment actually plays a huge role
Yes.
on how people perceive other person.
Yeah.
Talking about attachment, it actually varies from person to person, right?
Yes.
It actually, like you said, how it shapes a person from whatever happened since childhood, right? It actually brings all the way until when we're old later.
Yeah.
Yes, true. So I want to talk about this, right? Like, because we've talked about the types in men, and we've talked about so many other things. So do you think like social media kind of shapes the way we perceive our relationships? Because out there in social media, we're just like, we see how a guy is cute with their girlfriend, and there's like PDA and stuff like that. Do you think this shapes our thoughts too?
100%. 100%. It
Yeah, it
does.
does.
It actually puts a little bit more pressure.
Yes,
into
pressure.
the-
Yes, and it pisses me off. I
Right.
hate it.
Right?
Like, stop. Whatever you see on social media, you don't even know what happens behind the camera.
Exactly, just like a little highlight
Yeah.
of what happens. Like a reel is what, like 1 minute 30 seconds max, where it's like pretty much a normal reel is 30 seconds, and then you
Yes.
see that and you're like, you compare
Yeah.
your reality, your whole 24 hours with that.
It's like, oh, I want to have that. That's so romantic.
It's not only social media, but also those kind of Chinese drama,
Okay.
So,
I've
like-
not watched Chinese drama.
Chinese drama, like, okay, it's a similar thing as social media. Like, I have a friend, his ex-girlfriend, she's a bit on the younger side, and then she's always on this drama, and then with the when as you scroll TikTok, there's always this
Short
short
reel.
short dramas, and then should ask him, like, you see people do this, do that for the girl, and why you're not doing it for me? And then he's like, but that's on social media. What I do for you is my own
Yeah.
way. What's not clicking, but I want what they're doing. You
Yeah.
know? Then it's like, am I not doing
Enough.
So
Yeah.
that's it got to a point where he's like, enough is enough. We should go our separate ways. And
Is that what caused the breakup?
yeah, actually I pitied my friend because he did what he could. He really did what he could in his own way. Maybe he didn't meet her expectation and her supposed love language. So social media plays a huge role as well, because sometimes we see like we see other people also other, like what they have also we want.
I think social media is very materialistic.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm a materialistic girl. I'm not gonna not admit that I
Yeah.
am, but it
There's
comes to an extent.
Yes, a certain extent and expectations are.
When it comes to materialism, and then like, I want to ask this question. It's like, do you prefer men who are providing the financial, like, do you like more so
Yes. Yes.
like, yeah, like a provider mindset,
Definitely.
if that's the right word? I think like provider and everything is like okay, but I think men should date and have a girlfriend based on their budget.
Yes.
Yes.
Because
yes, correct.
like,
I agree.
what do you mean you want to change this girl's lifestyle because it doesn't look good, because she is going to be like this.
She's like,
yeah.
she's here and you're actually
Yeah.
here, and then you're like trying to get her here. it's not clicking.
Yeah, it's not
Yeah,
clicking.
not.
It's not happening.
gotta
Because like
find
date
somebody.
in your budget.
Yes.
Because for the first time in forever, men are being judged for their personality, and I just think they don't have one. And it's just like, I'm so sorry for calling them out, but they're just acting man-child around. Like
Yes.
communication skills,
Out.
zero. Like, there are times they will struggle to be vulnerable and call the female out because why are you being so expressive?
Yeah.
So I'm like, hello, your communication skills sucks.
Yes.
I
And
think
then-
like if we're talking about wanting a man to provide, and then you say that it's better for them to drive on the same level of, or
Yeah.
same level, for me, I think that yes, that's correct, and also that's why you would want to see it in a man, whether he could sustain you and maintain you either where you are to begin with or even better. Because on my end, in my relationship, I would prefer being together with somebody that could provide me with everything. When I mean everything, to my hair, to my clothes, to my nails, to whatever I need, because I could do that for myself. And if you can't do that for me, then why would I want to be together with you? If I could provide all those little things for myself, why would I want to put my time and
It
investment
has
to you?
be he wants to do that
Yeah.
for you,
Yes.
not like
The whole mindset.
Yeah.
not like he feels like obligated to do so. He has
Yeah.
to want to do it for you.
Yeah, because you already know how I am, so the ball is in your court to figure out whether you would want to pursue me or not.
Yes.
Because having a girlfriend or a partner in general is an investment.
Yes.
It is.
Yeah.
It is.
It is a big investment.
Big and long-term investment.
Yeah.
And you have to be willing to do that. Because, like, what? Are you gonna date a man then?
Yes.
Like, you could go ahead and date a man, bro. If you're gonna date a girl, you gotta know girls are like this, and this is how they move.
Yes. You have
So
to
you just can't ask a girl to be a man. So do not ask her to be low maintenance. That's the right word. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Stop asking her to be low
Would you
maintenance.
consider yourself high maintenance?
Yeah.
What about you?
Not
Not really.
Not really.
I want to get my nails done. I want to get my hair done. And maybe I
Yeah.
can do it by myself, but I also want him to be like,
Take care of me.
yeah, like baby me kind of situation. So it's just like something that
In my opinion, I can't be together with a man that can't provide for me. Really, I cannot.
I think most of us, like men as men in a relationship, they always have to be the providers and the leaders.
Yeah.
yeah.
I always need to find a man that is doing better than me. It always needs to be 10 steps ahead of me.
And honestly, if he wants to, he will.
Yeah.
Yeah, and most importantly, if he wants to be with to have a girlfriend, he has to ready to invest his emotions, his feelings, his physical, his
Yes.
mental, everything.
Yeah.
It's a lot of things are important. If I have to wrap it up, is that communication is very important. Consistency is very important. Being vulnerable to your partner is very important.
Yeah.
And to mention partnership, not dictatorship. Like,
Yes.
Yep.
you don't get to tell me what I should be doing. You should walk with me, not like above me, or you can be a leader and whatever the
Like,
hell
grow
you are,
together.
just grow together. You
Yeah.
know, like don't dictate what I should be doing, and I will not do that for you
Yeah.
either. But
Correct.
there has to be that certain like growing together and being with each other as in partnership, not
Yeah.
dictatorship.
Yeah.
Yes.
So that's kind of, I think that's our unanimous take on relationship when it comes to our today's Gen Z scenario, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, we agree on that. So with that, we come to the end of this series, this part 1. We're gonna have like 3 parts in total. Let me just say this was a very heated one, and we have enjoyed it because we're not attacking anyone. We're just telling this is what we want. This is we
also
demand to be
based on
loved,
experience.
chosen,
Yeah.
yes, and which is a fundamental right. So with that, we come to the end of the series. Thank you so much for watching Over the Edge podcast, and we love having you here. So please continue staying and enjoy the upcoming series. Until next time, love yourself, love Over the Edge podcast, and keep shining, keep glowing, be amazing. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.